This is Midweek Politics with Dave Pakman.
Welcome back to Midweek Politics. I'm David Pakman. Make sure to visit our website, midweekpolitics.com. Plenty of behind-the-scenes pictures from our recent interview with Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick and plenty more. And send us your email, radio@midweekpolitics.com, and we'll read some emails in a few minutes. Speaking of healthcare and obesity, I saw a picture of a circus freak show from about 100 years ago that's been circulating. Bill Maher mentioned it, and it's been on a ton of blogs. We'll put the picture on the screen for our TV audience, and it's also on our Twitter feed, which is twitter.com/dpakman. This is a guy that 100 years ago was so fat that people would pay to see him, right? And I hope our audience is looking at this now. To me, this is not shocking in any way. I was just recently in New York. I saw 50 people that were twice this guy's size. I mean, TLC has made a business out of the 800-pound man, right? And 100 years ago, people would pay to see someone this overweight. It's almost like it's back from the days where, from when priests were celibate. It's from so long ago. It's not a surprise to me that obesity is being kept on the table as that pre-existing condition that you can still be excluded from insurance coverage for. And I get that they're trying to pull that out and say, well, if it's because of an underlying condition, it doesn't count. That picture, it's just shocking. It really is. Because now that this is it's not even a big guy, you know? And it's also no surprise that more and more young people just aren't eligible for the military because of that same reason. I'm going to be closely watching what happens with the healthcare reform, and this picture just is sticking in my mind. Let's get to, we have a couple of voicemails. Our voicemail line is somewhat new. You can call it anytime, 219-2-DAVID-P. It's on 24 hours a day. You can leave us messages. I was left the following message by Mike Lattin, who's the host of another radio show. I ended up appearing on the show to clear up that he thinks we're part of the Young Republicans Club. Take a listen.
Hello, David. My name is Michael Lattin, and I want to congratulate you for being a host on the All Digital Radio Network, which you probably know that you have become syndicated on your radio show. I just want to express my condolences and congratulate you, even though personally I think you're just a member of the Young Republican Club who's lucky to have a radio show. But I would like to express my gratitude, even though Deb doesn't think I'm doing.
So I actually went on this guy's show, and it's up on midweekpolitics.com. If you click on press and news, it's a bizarre interview, but I encourage you to check it out. And also another email from a listener, not too thrilled with what's happening on the show.
David Pakman, you non-contributing zero. Stop it with all this left-wing son of a bitch. David Pakman, you non-contributing zero. Stop with all this left-wing liberal rhetoric and start quoting some real political leaders like Ted Nugent and Glenn Beck. They're the guys who really know the direction this country is going.
Okay, so that's a sneak peek at our audience. 219-2-DAVID-P. A couple of emails about Jesse Ventura. People who are ignorant to the facts or too dumb to comprehend them always give that knee-jerk response, while they are the ones that are really nuts. Who really believes a plane can cause a building designed to withstand a plane impact to collapse on its own footprint in seconds? This email is written with very poor grammar. Now, those are the people that are the true nuts. So basically, I'm being called a nut for not believing Jesse Ventura's conspiracy theories. Then, an opposite view. Are you insane? Ventura is clearly a nut, and anyone who thinks anything he says has credibility is just as nuts. And lastly, does anyone hear that clicking on Jesse's phone line? That's the CIA tapping his phone. Also on Jason Matera, Fox News ambusher. Will Jason Matera be back? I can't imagine he'll be back anytime soon. And also, of course, there are more conservatives in the military than liberals. They're less intelligent and have fewer options. Well, that sounds a little rough to me. What about Colin Powell, I guess would be my question. Again, our email address, radio@midweekpolitics.com. Check out our website. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. And we'll see you next week. Richard Clark, as well as Dennis Kucinich.
You've been listening to Midweek Politics with Dave Pakman.
Midweek Politics is brought to you in part by Jackson & Connor, classically modern men's apparel in Northampton, Massachusetts on the second floor of Thorne's Marketplace, and by DIF Design, specializing in custom business websites at difdesign.com. To find out more about underwriting Midweek Politics, visit midweekpolitics.com.